concept of doing a YouTube video wine drunk at 1 p.m. on a Tuesday. That's the dream. The 1st of June, we came back from the trip. It was a lot. It was obviously a huge, intense experience for me because I'm a bit of a control freak. I've gotten more controlling. I don't know if it's controlling. I've been raised to be such a pushover and to accept crumbs, and I was like, hey, can I have a say in what we say, what we do, and when we do it? And I've gotten that freedom, and I've gotten really comfortable with that. We had very little choice. I would still do it again. The highs were very high and the lows were very low. Oh my god, just a guy like a guy just like drove past on his bike. Men are so embarrassing. He was kind of like hovering and like didn't put his hands on the wheel. Okay, we get it. You can ride a bike. One thing I am grateful for, I'm not working. So that wasn't my time off. It wasn't like I have like a certain amount of days off and I used my days off for that trip, because then I would have killed myself. Because thankfully it was just a week in my life and it was not like my holiday. And Salem and I have talked about this before the trip even existed. We talked about how we wanted our lives to be lovely as it is now, instead of being the type of people that like look forward to a trip. I was looking forward to it, and I thought it was going to save my life. It killed me. We don't want to like survive day to day in hope that like we go on holiday in December and the December will be great and then we go back to work. You know, we wanted to make life beautiful. So when the trip did end and I came back, the first couple of days was hell. Coming from a trip on its own, there's a lot on your brain, there's a lot on your body. Now mind you, it was hell. So I still had knots, I still had a fucked up sleep schedule, and then I also had the thoughts, the dark thoughts. I hadn't spoken to any of my friends during the trip, which I think also contributed, besides Talita. When I had my breakdown, then I finally like reached out to Talita and she was there for me, unsurprisingly. Like, how's it going? We're so excited. Like we're so excited. Like we all were. And I was like, guys, I think I died. I think I died on the flight there and I'm in hell. It was really nice to speak to people who care about me and who want to listen to what I have to say and who know me. In the first few days, I rotted, and then I finally realized like the only person that can save you is yourself. I'm sorry to say it, guys. No one else is going to come save you. It has to be you. By Friday, my mom like left the car. I have wallowed for 4 days, and for someone who's been depressed all through high school, I tried it. I've tried depression. It doesn't solve anything. It doesn't fix the problems. It doesn't make any dreams come true. So I'll feel the emotions for like 4 days. I'll pity myself. It's time to get the real world. So I took the car literally to here. And that's the thing I was talking about earlier with Salem, is like, thankfully, my life is beautiful on its own. When the trip ended, I was like, you know what? I'm going to go to my favorite spot. I'm going to eat my favorite thing. I'm going to do my favorite stuff. And then I'll be happy. I have already on my own created the perfect life and the perfect day. I even saw this tweet where it was like, you know what, I'm just going to celebrate my birthday on a different day. And I was like, wait, I'm going to do that. And then I realized there's so many times, most of the stuff is documented, which feels like my birthday, because I treat myself and like I take myself out and like I celebrate the small things and like I do it for myself. You have to be there for yourself. You have to treat yourself. You have to be your own boyfriend, guys. I have had friends who were in terrible family situations and they thought their boyfriends were going to save them. They don't. They make the problem worse. I've never seen anyone be successfully saved by someone else and it's worked out. Every person has had to save themselves. Not easily, not happily, but that's just always how it ends up being. So instead of wasting time like I did waiting to be saved, guys, you have to save yourself. Because I am a Pisces, I went to a stream and I cried into the stream. I played the song Matilda by Harry Styles. You have to feel the sadness and then you have to let it go. nothing happened or the worst thing ever happened. There was something every weekend. It was diabolical. And I hate to say this, universe. The good thing about like a breakdown or hitting rock bottom is being able to pick yourself up and just lock in so much harder than usual. Serious shit needs to change. I made some big decisions about some people in my life that I was like, I can't keep entertaining this. I can't keep pretending. And then my grandmother went into hospital. I just really took care of myself. I stepped up. I slept better. I started journaling. I read more. I got a sty. Last time I got a sty was when I was in the worst place mentally in 2021 before I became this version of myself. And then I got into my first car accident. There's nothing fun about June. Nothing's funny. It was a very busy street, so I went behind this taxi because the taxi was just like parked here and there were cars coming, and because there were taxis on either side parked, there was only one lane. So I'm like, okay, I don't know why I didn't just go, but I went and like I slowly parked behind the taxi, and then cars came, and then I couldn't see whether I could go or not, and then the taxi in front of me guy was like, you can go. So I turned to go, and then a bucky just drove right past and scraped the front of the car. And it is like, it does happen in slow motion. Like it just you like, oh shit, and you just say first accident. And then like I follow him. We get to the red light. A guy comes out of the passenger seat and he just turns to me and he's just like, I'm just gonna wait for him to park off, then I'll park off after him so we can exchange insurance information and sort these things out. He's not parking off. We passed so many parking spots. Then I'm like, did this guy just hit and run? But he hit, shrugged and ran. So then I'm like trying to chase him down. I get my camera out. I take a picture of the number plate because I'm like, we need to like exchange info. Like this is insane. And then my mom fetches me. She's not comforting at all. She's not a good comforting mother. After the accident, while my grandmother is in hospital, I went to Maddie's. And what happened. We're not going to get into it. I was right. Everything I said in the video is 100% accurate. And I stand by it. And because of that, I decided to take a 2-week break from socials. I left the video up. I was getting threatened and I was getting harassed. So I was like, I'm going to close the app, but I'm going to keep the videos up because that's how they win. They scare you and they intimidate you. And then you get scared and you take down the videos. And I'm like, I'm not going to take down the video, but I am closing that app. And it was honestly a good break for me to focus on other things. Because after I came back from the trip, I was posting constantly. Then I went back to normal posting. And I just needed a break. I needed a break from posting. I needed a break from the real world. And just to like be in my own little bubble. I deserve to be in my own little bubble, guys. It was a blessing in disguise. It was nice to be away from the internet. I hope the screen doesn't switch off. Let's switch it off. Phone overheated, so I went to go take a pee break, but we're back. Before the Madison incident, Skokuk sent me a message because she's from here, and I didn't know that, and I think a lot of other people didn't know that she is in Pietermaritzburg. She's like, hey girl, do you want to hang out? And I was like, oh my god, yes. I need new friends. My old friends were the ones that gaslit me over WhatsApp. I said like they, them, because I was so embarrassed with the fact that it wasn't even like a guy that did it. It was my friend. And then my other friend who was at her ex's house and lied. I need new friends. Thank you for agreeing. Thank you. Yeah. 95% of the time, people say like, let's hang out, and then they never actually want to hang out. So when she wasn't free that weekend, I was like, oh, I know what the story is going to be. Like, I'm not going to see her. And then she messages me, do you want to hang out this weekend? I really wanted to go to the Hilton Market. It looked like super fun, cozy vibes. and I had no one to go with, and I was genuinely considering taking my 14-year-old boy cousin, because he still thinks I'm cool, so I can just drag him anywhere. But she said she was free, and I was like, girl, let's go to this thing. And she's like, okay, I'm down. And I was so happy because it was such a fun experience. Meeting her for the first time, so fun. It's like a rare experience where like you meet people from social media and they're actually nice in real life. She's nicer in real life. We got along really well. We have so much in common. We enjoyed the fire, like we were in nature, there was a fire, the moon was out, it was cold as balls, but she's really chill and fun. And that kind of wrapped up June. It was a good little cherry on top, a bow that tied it up. That was the highlight. And we'll get into July next video.